Call me partial, but my favorite place to be is my hometown, Pittsburgh. Anytime, any day, I would be happy to show anyone around the city. There's so much to do and so many interesting things to see. The first place that I would take someone would be a place that my family used to take my siblings and I all the time, Point State Park, or the Point. It is the peak of where the three rivers of Pittsburgh meet. Currently, they are still renovating the park and it looks great. One of the coolest things about the park is its historical linkage. The Point still has outlines of the Fort Pitt and Fort Duquesne as a result of the French and Indian War. Within the park, you are able to visit the Fort Pitt Museum and the Fort Pitt Blockhouse. Across the park, you'll see the Carnegie Science Center, which was first opened in 1991. It became a combination of the Carnegie Museums of Pittsburgh and the Bull Planetarium and Institution of Popular Science. Although everyone was sad to see Three River Stadium go, walk a little and you will see the new home of the six-time Super Bowl champs, the Steelers, recently opened in 2001. Since Pittsburgh is known as the city of bridges, you're bound to see or have to travel over a bridge or two when wandering downtown. Let's make our way into one of my favorite areas, the theater side of town. This part of town is always busy with people and has architecture everywhere. Here, two of our biggest theaters are found, the Benham Center and Heinz Hall, two of many historical landmarks. Heinz Hall is specifically important to me because for many years when I was in Children's Festival Chorus, we would perform there for the Pittsburgh Pops. I also performed there as an alumni of the group for performances about Mr. Rogers and the Lord of the Rings. Heinz Hall is home to the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra and has done wonders for the cultural economy of Pittsburgh. Next, we'll take a trip to one of my favorite places during the holidays, Market Square and PPG Plaza. Market Square was intended to be a marketplace back in 1841 until a fire burnt down half of the area. Today, two huge brick buildings were built in its place where shops have taken over and a diamond in the middle where festivities take place. During the Christmas holiday, it's such a fun place to be around and experience all the different vendors, snacks, music, and holiday cheer. Walk just outside of Market Square and there is the PPG Place. It has 6 different buildings, all made of 19,750 pieces of matching glass. During the holiday season, the usual fountain in the middle of the center turns into an ice skating rink with a huge Christmas tree. As you walk down the streets past PPG Place, you will find some of the oldest buildings in the city, all historical landmarks. The Burke Building, I know now by the red door, is the oldest building in Pittsburgh. Built in 1836, it was the first major office building. It was one of the few that survived the fire downtown. Right down the road is the Benham Trees Building, built in 1905, with some of the most amazing architecture. The Dollar Savings Bank in Pittsburgh was built in 1870 and is still in business today. The brownstone and the enormous lions that sit outside the bank are what make it unique. The lions are there to symbolize the guarding of the people's money. The lions were taken away in 2009 so the bank could be restored, and they're finally back. One of my favorite places to shop downtown is Macy's. Macy's has been decorating their windows for years and years, and everyone in Pittsburgh knows about the clock. Since 1913, people have been telling others to meet them under Macy's clock. After leaving the pretty windows of Macy's, our tour would go to the old courthouse and then off to the jail. Making our way out of downtown, we see the tallest building in Pittsburgh, the Steel Building. And the train station takes us out of downtown into the Strip District on our last leg of the tour. The History Museum combined with the Sports Museum is a great place to go if you're visiting. If you're a sports fan, I would highly suggest stopping by to see the sports exhibits and artifacts. Now, you can't leave Pittsburgh without grabbing a sandwich from the original Primanti brothers. Corned beef, egg, and cheese is my favorite. Open 24 hours, the place is constantly busy with eat-in and takeouts. In the 1930s, there were many warehouses and a ton of truckers that drove through the area, so it was a prime location for the first shop to be opened. And as we finish up our tour, we have to admire the Heinz ketchup sign that can be seen from anywhere in the Strip. As a kid, I would sit and watch the bottle fill the word Heinz. And last, we travel past PNC Park towards home, a park that lights up the night and lit the fire in every Pittsburgh fan this summer. Let's go Bucks!